To truly understand the mind of a schizophrenic, one must look at the neurobiological aspects of the disorder. The primary risk factors for developing the disorder can be broken into two categories, genetic and environmental. The more genes you share with a person with schizophrenia, the higher chance you have of developing the disease. For example, one is much more likely to develop schizophrenia if their identical twin has it than if their second cousin has it. That being said, schizophrenia is a highly heritable disease that runs in families. It is also a polygenic disease, meaning that there are many contributory factors leading to its onset. Things such as gene-environment interactions can cause increased risk for development later on in life. For example, a person that has a biological disposition to schizophrenia that grows up in a stressful or abusive environment is at much greater risk. If one's genes are viewed as a gun, then one's environment is what pulls the trigger. One gene that is thought to affect risk for developing schizophrenia is the COMT gene, which regulates dopamine levels in the prefrontal cortex. If this gene isn't working properly, there can be a resulting excess of dopamine, which is a hallmark sign of a schizophrenic brain. Environment also plays a large role in the development of schizophrenia. Early life traumas are one of the most common precursors to a development of the disease, including anything from neglectful or abusive parents, maladaptive family dynamics, or isolation from peers. Other contributing environmental factors include urban living and immigration. Prenatal trauma can fall under both genetic and environmental due to its effect on the actual development of the child. Things such as the mother having influenza or problems that arise during the actual labor can often have effects that lead a child to have a greater risk of developing schizophrenia. Finally, many recent studies have shown that those who have a defective COMT gene and use cannabis before age 14 are at a higher risk for development. As seen in this diagram, genetic predisposition combines with outside factors to lead to abnormalities and features that affect brain function and can lead to an improper balance of chemicals, all which combine to lead to schizophrenia. In current research, many scientists are accepting the aberrant salience model as one of the leading models to describe the neurobiological aspects of schizophrenia. Basically, what the model says is that people with psychosis have extra dopamine, which is a molecule that helps with assigning importance to things in the world. So, they, in turn, assign excessive meaning to usually unimportant things. For example, things in the background of everyday life take on a new importance because of this extra amount of dopamine. Delusions occur because they act as a storyteller to rationalize why these random things suddenly have importance. Antipsychotic medications usually block dopamine and therefore reduce positive symptoms, supporting the aberrant salience model.